I am here to talk to you about Trijicon's illuminated optics that we carry. Trijicon is a family-based company from Michigan who began in 1981, and they are known for bringing innovative illumination to optics for all shooting weapons, small caliber. This can be from pistols all the way up to 50 caliber machine guns. We have a basic shape that we are very well known for, and this is the Acog, the Advanced Combat Optical Gun Sight. What you are looking at is representation of the 4x32, the most widely sold combat optic in the world. If I show this brochure to you, I can go through and give you an idea of our general categories of what we do. The company started out making the pistol sights, which is why you will see in the logo, even on my business card, the 3 dots in the name Trijicon. This represents the 3 dots you will see on a gun sight, on a pistol sight. From this we started expanding into other products. We went to the Reflex Sights of various different kinds, specifically the RMRs. You see them utilized on any flat top weapon and also more and more on pistol mounts. Then Trijicon made its reputation with the Acog, the Advanced Combat Optical Gun Sight. We also are known for bringing the same illumination into the Acupoint and the hunting scopes. In all of these that we've mentioned so far, we have the dual illumination, which means it has a fiber optic to capture the daylight, the ambient light, and bring it into the reticle, as well as tritium, which is installed inside to provide light when there is no sunlight. We're known for the military, as a military segment, proven, utilized on every continent. The law enforcement, again, are very trusted partners. The hunting segment. Many people enjoy the fact that we have no battery requirement, especially when they're deep in the woods, and different shooting sports. The Acog itself, when you look at the family of Acogs, they all have the same basic shape, and we go from a 1.5 size, 1.5, the 2, the 3, the 3.5, the 4, the 4 again, 3 different versions, a 5.5 and a 6. These are called the compacts. Let me show you how this functions. The basic points of our Acogs. Again, almost every model is a battery-free illumination, meaning you have your fiber optic that captures the ambient light coming in, and you have your tritium inside that brings required light at nighttime in darkness to your prism. The ruggedness in the fact that we have forged aluminum housing as opposed to any kind of extruded or machined aluminum. It is virtually indestructible. Everything we do is with illumination. We suggest it allows you to eye-open shooting, especially in CQB, but in many different situations. With the glass quality and treatment that we have a very good passage of light transmission. All of the Acogs, again, are fixed magnifications. From the 3 above, we start using a bullet drop compensator. The 1.5 to 2, these are set up with a single reticle, no bullet drop compensator for a CQB utilization, understanding that you will be within 100-150 meters and you do not need that compensation. Combat proven for over 20 years now. Shock resistant. We test up to 500 Gs, and we even have been, all of our optics will be tested this way. You can put them on top of a 50 caliber and take the shock. Waterproof to 100 meters. On the compact Acogs, We have several different versions of reticles, different shapes. What we are doing is working with the way each person's subconscious will pick up the image, what will affect his brain in the best manner to allow him to immediately come on target. You do not want to be taking time to align and to think about what you're doing. From the 3 power and on up, at this point in time you may be shooting out to 500 meters, 600 meters. This is why you have 3 different kinds of reticles here. We have a chevron, a horseshoe dot, and a crosshair. You will see within this is the information that the top of your chevron will be 100 meters. The bottom of the chevron underside is 200. The top of the post and the very bottom of the whole chevron is 300. 4, 5, 6. So this is set up to be able to shoot very simply out to 600 meters. We will even have one that is set up for an AK-47 that will go out to 600 meters. One sees it's a much longer distance because of the shorter barrel length on the AK-47. The most versatile of the Acogs is the 3.5 by 35. It has a nice generous eye relief, and we have it in both 5.56, 7.62, and this is one of the most popular optics for machine gun, light and heavy machine gun optics. You will see some of the older reticle looks and the more general utilization of what people like to have. Both the chevron, horseshoe dot, and crosshair again. On the 432s, the original ones did not have the fiber optic on top. Therefore, they're not dual illumination. They simply have the tritium for at nighttime. We made a model simply with a battery, without any tritium, without any kind of fiber optic, and we made a whole range with the fiber optic with the tritium inside as well. Now you get to see that we begin to offer you different colors inside of the different reticle combinations. The tried model that is large but is well loved in some places is the 5.5 by 50 with both 5.56 and 7.62. Then the 6 powers are what you see quite often on the larger weapon systems. These were selected among others by the British Royal Marines for their sharpshooter optic. The idea of having the magnification is that it allows you to identify your target correctly, to determine what is going on before you shoot, as well as to be able to see it correctly. The British decided to use a 6 power for their sharpshooter. They didn't need that size, but they loved the magnification that gave them for the correct determination of the target in Afghanistan. All of these can be combined together with our small RMRs. For the last 6 to 7 years, we have had the RMRs from Trijicon, the rugged miniaturized reflex sight. The initial model was the dual illuminated model, again with a fiber optic across the top to capture the ambient light and the tritium inside. We added to this also the adjustable RMR with an LED, allowing you to increase and decrease your illumination, or the simple LED model, which has no change available. With this you get to see the range that the LED RMRs come in 2 different size MOAs, all in red. With the dual illumination you have 4 different sizes of MOA and 2 different colors. These are incredibly rugged. They are designed to take all shocks, so they will never break, which again is what's required in combat and in heavy use. When we combine them with the Acog, you will see situations like this. What this allows one to do, one has 2 optics at one time. They are zeroed independently. One is never without any kind of optic. One has the small, close combat, single power on top. These are quite often used when one comes into a situation or a room to control it. If one sees a danger and wants to verify it, you drop to the magnification, you look and verify whether it's a threat or not. With this you get to see again some of the various combinations. These are greatly, greatly appreciated by many law enforcement and many military throughout the world. Then you get to see also the new variable Acog. We decided to start this a year ago. We said, let's make a 1:6 variable optic that has the ruggedness of an Acog. What you will find is now we've used a first focal plane reticle. This is, as you will see, on many sniper type situations. Everything until now has been second focal plane reticle. We have a single simple battery. We have a very rugged built-in mount. You have a very simple to grab adjuster with a fin on it that allows you to go from 1 to 6, and you never are without your optic in between you're changing. 3 different reticles, basically 2 shapes. This is your segmented circle and your horseshoe dot. When you go down to 1 power, you will see almost a red dot in the center. As you go up to 6 power, your bullet drop compensator comes into view and you're able to utilize it in a very simple manner. These were recently on the weapons of the Las Vegas SWAT as they won the US Police SWAT team competition, and highly recommended. This just happened in September 2014. The other first focal plane reticle optic that we have is the TARS. The TARS is our heavy duty first focal plane large reticle, 3 to 15. It is again forged aluminum, highly polished glass with all of the known qualities of Trijicon. Combat ready. It is something that will never let you down. Now let me show you the Acupoint hunting series and more. You will see a 1:4 by 24, 2.5 to 10 by 56, a 3 to 9 by 40, and a 5 to 20, excuse me, by 50. These have been proven quite heavily used throughout the US, throughout Scandinavia, in many of the hunting regions in Europe. The 1:4 by 20 is actually a common optic every year being sold to police units in Czech Republic, in Belgium, in different parts of Europe, because of the simplicity and the precision that it offers you. It has the same qualities of what we're known, aluminum that is forged, indestructible, very solid, with fiber optic, tritium, dual illumination. We give everyone 3 choices, almost 2 different styles. The traditional style is with a crosshair. However, at the same time, it's busier in your view as your eye looks at it. And you have the clean, open triangle post, which allows your brain to select it almost immediately as you're following through. Here you will be able to pick up a mill dot in addition to the triangle post and the duplex. In all of these you can get them in amber or green reticles, and you also have an option on a red colored reticle on one in each model. If we look, this is a reflex. The large single power reflex sight is used easily because it is so simple to grab the aiming point no matter what distance from where you are, where it is on the weapon, and we'll even use it in combination here with a 648 on the top of a 50 caliber machine gun. It is quite successful. We are again using fiber optic and tritium. On the large, is this very simple. On the 1x42, you have 2 different sizes of MOAs. On the 1x24, you have 3 different sizes of MOAs and reticles. Here as well on the NSN model, you can also have it with a filter put on the front that is actually polarized. So you can turn it and take out the light to improve the visibility of your reticle. Then we look at our night sights, our iron sights, the different families. You have the classic night sights, the improved version for many people, the high HD night sights, and for shotguns we put in also the tri-dots. What we are known for having very specifically a very good tritium phosphorus lamp with a sapphire window on the end of it to improve the quality of it and the clarity of it. The white rings to allow you to pick them up. We've added the suppressor sights now if you're using a hand weapon with a suppressor on it. These are used by police services and military throughout Europe, US, and the world. Here you have no white ring on your back post, on your back sight. It's actually undercut, if you look here, with striations to avoid any kind of possible reflection coming out at you. By focusing on your target, all you're looking to find is the whole size of that front ring. As soon as you see it completely lined up on your target, you know that you're in line. You don't have to think about the back two at all. These are highly prized by the Polish Grom for several years now. And a very simple, solid quality shotgun tri-dot sight that is held on. It uses a fiber optic and is held on both with magnets and set screws. Finally, we get to the top of the line for Trijicon, the most recent development. This is the CCAS, the continuously calculated aiming solution. If you look at what this means, we are taking a 6x48 Acog body. We're adding in the housing for a ranging laser and a zeroing laser. And we have another portion here that measures conditions. This means you will take one optic, set it on your weapon. It has a ballistic computer inside that holds 200 different combinations. So you go into your menu and you choose, you identify whether you're going to put it on a 5.56, a 7.62, or a 50 caliber. Inside that subset, you will determine which weapon you have to let it know the barrel length, the muzzle velocity, and which ballistic performance it can expect. As soon as you've made those decisions and you've zeroed it, you put this black crosshair on your target and you push your little button right here or your switch. Instantly your electronic reticle pops in. In this case, it is determined that I am out at 600 meters. I have already set it to tell it I am at on an M2 BMG, so it understands the ballistics of it. As I hit the target on this, it knows the target is 600 meters away. I manually input my wind, plus or minus on top. On the other side, I have a sensor that will determine all the environmental conditions will affect the ballistic. This will be pressure, air density, air temperature, humidity. These are the different things that will affect the bullet as it moves. All of that is continuously calculated. Anytime you push your little switch, your tape switch, to have a laser read, within half a second the laser comes back with the information. If your target is stationary, your caret and your green circle dot here are together. If your target is not stationary, you hold the caret, this chevron, on the target, and this will show you the point of impact. I think I can safely say that obviously this is not in the same price range as the Acog, and not exactly for the same use. But it is a very good advancement, especially for the different units. I'd like to thank you for your time. We obviously have a whole range of all of our own and purchased accessories that fit these. You will find them on our website, and the website is very simple to use. I'd advise you to use it, www.trijicon.com, and you'll be able to understand everything of how our products work. Thank you. To my Ukrainian friends, our Ukrainian friends and customers, these are very difficult times we find ourselves in. One of the reasons why Trijicon wanted to be present on the stand here at this show, to show the support that we have for the Ukrainian people, and to show that we are doing everything, working with all the levels, to make sure that we get the forces the equipment they need so that they can get home safely.